In this video, we're going to be asking ourselves whether the lines that are given to us are parallel or perpendicular by looking at the slopes between points from those lines. So remind yourself of these things. You need these things in your notes. Parallel lines have the same slopes. So if the slope of one line is 1/5, a line parallel to it will have a slope of 1/5 as well. Perpendicular lines, so lines that cross each other in 90-degree angles, have opposite reciprocal slopes. Opposite means the sign changes from positive to negative or vice versa, and reciprocal means in the fraction, the top and the bottom numbers switch places. So for example, if the slope of one line is 2/3, the slope of a line perpendicular to it will be -3/2. Also remind yourself how to find the slope between points. This is the slope formula that we use when we're given 2 points. It's the slope equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Let's copy this just in case. Okay, so we are asked the question, are the lines parallel, perpendicular, or neither? Line A contains the points 0, 5, and 2, 7, and line B contains the points 8, 10, and 11, 13. So, in order to determine if lines are parallel or perpendicular, I need to know what the slopes of those lines are. So I'm going to use the slope formula to help me determine that. So let's work with line A first. I have these 2 points, so let's start by naming these points as x1 and y1 and x2, y2. So this is point number 1, so it's x1 and y1. And this is point number 2, so we'll call it x2 and y2. So in the formula for the slope, we do y2 minus y1, so 7 minus 5, and x2 minus x1. 2 minus 0. 7 minus 5 is 2. 2 minus 0 is 2. So the slope of this line, 2 divided by 2, is 1. Okay, let's find the slope of this line now. So label the points as x1, y1, and x2, y2. And plug them into the slope formula. So we do y2 minus y1, 13 minus 10. And on the bottom, x2 minus x1, 11 minus 8. Okay, 13 minus 10 is 3, 11 minus 8 is also 3, and 3 divided by 3 is 1. So the slope of line B is 1. So, are these lines parallel, perpendicular, or neither? They are parallel. They have the exact same slope. So that means they're parallel. Okay, let's do another one. Are lines A and B parallel, perpendicular, or neither? So once again, we have to find the slope for both of these lines. We'll start with the top one. So name this one x1, y1, x2, y2. And plug them into the slope formula. y2 minus y1 is 2 minus 8. x2 minus x1 is 2 minus 9. Okay, 2 minus 8 is -6, and 2 minus 9 is -7. Now a negative divided by a negative is just a positive, so this will reduce or simplify to 6/7. Okay, so that's the slope of line A. Let's take a look at line B now. x1 and y1, x2 and y2. You guys should be getting way good at this by now. y2 minus y1, 14 minus 8 over 3 minus 10. Okay, 14 minus 8 is 6. 3 minus 10 is -7. So the slope of this line is -6/7. So look at the slopes between these two lines. Are they parallel, perpendicular, or neither? Well, I noticed that they have opposite signs. This one's positive and this one's negative. However, they aren't reciprocals of each other. Well, reciprocal means that if this one was 6/7, this one should be 7/6. So these two lines are actually neither parallel nor perpendicular. Last example, let's look at line A first and the slope of line A. So label the points x1, y1, x2, y2. Plug them into the formula. So y2 minus y1 is 10 minus 3. x2 minus x1 is 10 minus 5. 10 minus 3 is 7. 10 minus 5 is 5. So the slope of this line is 7/5. Line B, this point is x1, y1, and x2, y2. Plug them into the formula. So y2 minus y1 is 1 minus 6, and x2 minus x1 is 10 minus 3. Okay, 1 minus 6 is -5. 10 minus 3 is 7. So the slope of this line is -5/7. So examine these two slopes. Are they parallel, perpendicular, or neither? Well, they look like they have opposite signs, and they are reciprocals of each other. The numbers on the top and bottom are flipped. So that means these lines are perpendicular. Okay, go ahead and move on to your assignment and see how you do.